Hello there, beautiful people! Staff Philippines here, and welcome back to my channel, everybody. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the few common reasons of why there are some Filipinas and foreigner relationship do not seem to work out. So everything that I'm going to say in this video are just based on my personal experience, and of course the things that I have also observed from other interracial relationship. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first common reason of why Filipino and foreigner relationship did not work out is because of the silent treatment, the tempo, and the nagging. Okay, so there are actually two types of Filipino women. The one who keeps everything to herself, and also the one who is very, who is very nagger, like nagging type of Filipina. So the silent treatment type of Filipina or the tempo type of Filipina, she tends to be more indirect with her frustration, with her emotions, with everything that she wants to actually tell you for you to know why she is acting, that kind of behavior towards you. But because she is just a little bit toxic, I would say, that's why she tends to keep everything to herself. And the other type of Filipina, which is the nagger Filipina, is that she is gonna nag you until you're gonna be so frustrated because of that behavior that your Filipina is showing you, So this could also lead to break up, and this could lead to end the relationship, because sometimes foreigners, they tend to be more direct and straight to the point in the relationship. And that's why they really get frustrated, you guys, because you don't want to be with someone that is acting childish and also very immature and very toxic, because you're just not used to that in the West. Usually in the West, women there tend to be more direct and just not gonna beat around the bush to you. But here in the Philippines, we tend to just keep everything to ourselves. That's why if we get upset, we get mad, we get sad and everything like that, we will just give you the silent treatment. Like for example, you're gonna ask us, are you okay? Are you mad? And we Filipinas, not all, but some of the Filipino women, including myself sometimes, I'm gonna like, no, I'm not mad. I'm okay, I'm fine, don't worry about me. But in fact, at the back of our mind, all we want is for you to baby us and also to keep chasing us a little bit, which again is very toxic, right? And not all foreigners are gonna put up with that. And so that's why they end up just breaking up with each other. Alright, so now let's talk about the second common reason of why interracial relationship did not seem to work out, guys, is because of jealousy and insecurity in the relationship. Alright, so you know what? I must say this. I come to realize that jealousy is really the relationship killer. And I'm gonna tell you guys, there is actually a Filipina that really gets overly jealous if there is a good looking woman that you may run into on the supermarket, in your workplace, or at the beach if you're having a beach trip, or anywhere that you go. And if there's another beautiful Filipina and she's really beautiful, and maybe there's also other Filipina that you run into at the supermarket, at the mall, or anywhere that you go, but even though she's not that really attractive, but if your Filipina just feel really insecure and really jealous for no reason at all, then she's gonna have that again, which I mentioned from the first previously, is the tempo silent treatment, and is going to nag you until you get really frustrated, And yes, guys, I must say that Filipinas are very caring, thoughtful, nurturing and stuff like that. But I also not gonna lie that there are some Filipinas out there who get jealous very easily, even if there's no reason to be jealous about, So you just really have to be careful and also choose wisely. Choose wisely in choosing the right Filipina, who is gonna love you but not get to the point where you tend to be really obsessed and overly jealous, because that is just something I know that foreigners is never gonna put up with. So. And also guys, I want to add up, I just want to let you know as well that Filipinas are often very warm and friendly, which maybe you foreigners may actually misinterpret that as flirtation, leading to be jealous to your Filipina. And on the other hand as well, if you foreigners are just being casual and being friendly with other women around you, then your Filipina may make it or interpret it as, as flirting with them, and she gets really jealous and insecure again. Alright, so guys, let's talk about the third common reasons of why interracial relationships, specifically Filipina and foreigner relationship, did not seem to work out is because of unrealistic expectations. Okay, so let's just say you guys, foreigners, you may end up being in a relationship with a Filipina, and then you're gonna expect her to fit in a particular mold, such as being submissive, always nurturing, or unconditionally accommodating and just being traditional. But when a Filipina asserts independence, or if she disagrees with you, that she's not gonna be the submissive with you, and then she's not gonna be that very loving and caring and nurturing with you, then that also make you gonna feel really disappointed as well. You as an older foreigner, you're expecting your Filipina to be like this, and it turns out she's actually not that really submissive and traditional and modest. And then at the same time, Filipino women as well may also end up expecting you as a foreigner to be generous, to not be selfish, to always help her with everything that she wants to do with her life, and also to support her financially. But once she realizes that you actually don't really the type of foreigner that is helping her financially, and if you do help her sometimes, but not the amount of money that she's expecting from you to send her or to give her. And because of that, that could really make conflict in your relationship and will eventually turn to breakup. Okay, so the next one, guys, is language barrier. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys that even though many Filipinas actually speak really good in English, but the way they communicate or their communication style can actually create problems. Because sometimes, again, as what I've said, Filipinas often have that indirect communication, which may frustrate you guys, foreigners, since most of you foreigners usually tend to be more direct and straight to the point of what you feel or about your opinion, but sometimes Filipinas don't really do that. And also, language barrier could also really kill the communication, because like you guys are very in love with each other, you just really want to talk, but for some reason you couldn't really understand each other because your Filipina doesn't really speak English that good, and she wants to also share everything to you about her day, about the food that she ate, about the things that she's done to be productive and everything like that. She wants to communicate with you, but again, she's just really having a hard time to express herself and to compose English, and that could lead to miscommunication and disagreements and arguments that will unfortunately turn into breakup. Because I've heard a lot of foreigners actually, they said that communication is the key in a relationship. But how can you have a very successful and healthy relationship with someone that doesn't even know how to communicate with you and she can't really express herself to you? So it is really bad, but it is what it is. Alright, so the next common reason of why Filipino-Foreigner relationship did not work out, guys, is because of age and generational gap. Okay? And yes, I'm gonna tell you guys that significant age differences are really common in Filipino-Foreigner relationships, especially when older foreigners, they seek younger partners. And this kind of dynamic can really sometimes create imbalance where the foreigner becomes very controlling or patronizing, while the Filipina feels undervalued and dependent. So let's just say you are older foreigner, then obviously you may prefer a quieter, more peaceful, and retired lifestyle, while the Filipina that you're dating, particularly if she's really younger than you, then she tends to be more open to career opportunities, more travel, more adventures, more clubbing, more going out, and everything like that. So that could also really create conflict in your relationship, especially if you both have differences in your relationship. Let's just say you are older foreigner and you want to settle down already, you want to create family, you want to get married. But if you happen to be with a Filipina that's still looking for growth and career growth, personal growth, professional growth, then it may not it may dramatically end your relationship because of different values, plans, and everything in life. Alright, so the next common reason of why foreigner Filipino relationship do not work out is because of the LDR challenges. Yes, that could really be true because me personally, I really believe that LDR can be an opportunity for cheating or infidelity. And you know what, guys? Many foreign and Filipino relationship begin online or involve periods of separation due to visa processing or work commitments. And yes, the distance can fuel doubts and suspicions and insecurities for both sides, especially if you don't have consistent communication with your Filipina. Alright, so the next one, guys, is family and community pressure. Let's just say, guys, that your Filipina's family may actually disapprove of your relationship due to the concerns about you not being really genuine and sincere towards her. So they will maybe not approve of you, and they will pressure you, Filipina, to stop dating you and find someone who can actually provide constant reassurance, consistency, and also can provide genuine and sincere intentions towards you. And also, the other example for this one, guys, is that if your Filipina's family, they will pressure your Filipina to not date you anymore or even marry you anymore because you are the type of a foreign partner or boyfriend that is actually not supporting her and her family, especially the extended family. So they will pressure you and your Filipina to stop dating you, and also they will keep convincing your Filipina that like, I don't care how handsome he is, or I don't care how good looking he is. If he doesn't have enough money, then you should stop dating him. And it actually also happens, guys, where Filipinas family are going to be involved in a relationship where they're gonna pressure and convince the Filipina to be with a older foreigner, even though he doesn't really look very attractive and he's really like old, but because he has money, he can provide, he can, he has the, dollars, then yeah, they actually want, they are gonna disregard the fact that you are older, like maybe 60 or 70s or even 80s. But what really matters to them is their Filipino daughter will be with someone that can help the escape poverty. And because of that, obviously, there are a lot of foreigners are not gonna put up with that, no matter how beautiful and attractive you are. If there's like family issues or your family are too overly involved in a relationship, then that's just not gonna work out, and that quality man will not gonna put up with that. Because come on, there's a lot of Filipina women in the Philippines that that doesn't have family issues and can really provide for themselves without really depending too much on the guy. So alright, so the last but not the least, differences in religion and beliefs. Alright, so a lot of you foreigners, maybe you guys are Christians or maybe some of you don't actually really believe in God, that it exists. So if you guys know that Filipinos are Catholic and Christians, so they value the religion, they value that kind of belief. But sometimes there are foreigners that actually do not want to date a Filipino that is overly religious. And because of that, some Filipinos don't want to be with foreigners that also don't really believe in God, and at the same time, who is also gonna ask her to change her religion to what her partner's religion. And you know what, guys? I actually personally experienced this one where I met a guy online. And then we kind of like talk, like I think it was 2 years ago. We talked for a few months, but then he is a Seventh-day Adventist. And then he wanted me to go to church, and Seventh-day Adventist, he wanted me to believe the Sabbath day. He wanted me to go to church every Saturday. And for me, I was like overwhelmed with that. And I was like, oh, should I do this? Should I really continue this? Because I mean, I respect his values, beliefs, and religion, but I am Catholic, guys. I always go to church every Sunday, not Saturday. So, because of that, because of the differences in, religion, we just decided to stop dating. So yes, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you guys like my content. And if you do like my content, please do subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and click the notification bell for more videos update. See you guys in my next video. Bye.